For interaction, number 1, principle. FTIR measure the absorption, emission, or photoconductivity of a sample by detecting specific frequency of infrared light absorbed by a molecular vibration. Number 2, molecular fingerprint. The generic spectrum acts as a molecular fingerprint, providing detailed information about the sample chemical composition and molecular structure. Number 3, Fourier transform. Convert raw data into a readable spectrum, enabling rapid and precise measurement across a wide range of wavelength simultaneously. Number 4, advantage over traditional IR spectroscopy, faster and more accurate due to simultaneous measurement of multiple wavelengths. Number 5, application. For chemistry, identify unknown substance and analyzing complex mixture. Number 2, material science, characterizing material and studying molecular interaction. Number 6, versatility, suitable for analyzing solid, liquid, and gas. For objective, number 1, to study the composition, crystallinity, and conformational change in polymer and other complex material. Number 2, to examine thin film coating and surface treatment by analyzing the outer layer of a material. Number 3, to compare the spectral data of an unknown sample with reference spectra to identify similarities and difference, aiding in material verification and quality control. For procedure, number 1, prepare the sample into small fragments so that it can be placed on the FTIR instrument. Number 2, prepare the instrument by activating the FTIR spectrometer and letting it heat up. Then launch the FTIR spectrometer on the connected computer. Number 3, insert the sample provided into the sample compartment. Set parameters such as resolution, scan range, and number of scans. Start the scan to collect a spectrum of a sample, usually averaging multiple scans for a better signal to noise ratio. Number 4, analyze the spectrum obtained to identify characteristic absorption speed. Number 5, interpret the spectrum to draw conclusion about the chemical composition of the sample and molecular structure. Compare the sample spectrum with the reference spectrum to identify unknown compound or confirm known ones. Number 6, carefully remove the sample from the spectrometer, then clean the sample holder and any other equipment used in the experiment. Turn off the spectrometer and turn off the software. This is example result that I have. For cellulose, aliphatic primary amidase, aliphatic hydrocarbon, primary aliphatic alcohol. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Risharni Magendran. My metric number is J22A0261. I'm going to talk about how FTR works. FTR works by measuring the molecules absorbed interfered lights. Interfered light sources, FTR instrument interfer the lights across the range of wavelength. This light interaction with a sample being analyzed. Sample interference. When the sample interrupts the lights, the sample molecule within the sample absorbs a specific wavelength of the interference of light according to the chemical bonding and functional group. Thirdly is absorption of spectrum. The amount of interfered light absorbed by the sample at the wavelength to detect by the detector, the generator and observed spectrum which shows the peak and thought of corresponding to the observation of interfered light by different chemical bonding is present in the samples. Fourthly is photon transformation. The FTRI instrument, the performance of photon transformation of the data, the mathematic process convert the raw data from the time dominant where it's collect into a frequency dominant where it's analyzed. This transformation allowed for separating and identification of specific observations peak corresponding to the different chemical bonding and functional groups within the sample. Fifth is the spectrum analysis. The result spectrum display as a graph of interval light observation of y-axis versus wavelength x-axis. Analysis compared to the specific with the reference as known as substance to identify the component and structure of the samples. The key points are STR scope is non-directive, meaning it doesn't alert the sample and can be used repeatedly. Secondly, it is wild use variant field including chemical, biological, pharmaceutical, material science, and forensic science for a quality and quantitative analysis. Advantages of FTRI is providing a detailed information about the chemical composition, graph grouping, and molecular structure, and bonding characters of the materials. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the discussion completing of FTRI analysis. Completing FTRI analysis need to look at the graph of the samples given by the software. Look at the signs of the instrument of interpret the indication of scanning completely. Ensure the spectrum appear to stable and fully form the crossing the desire of what wave numbers range without the real time. The instrument may automatically switch the data analysis mode after researching a sufficient signal to the noise ratio, which is called as SNR. Secondly, importance of nitrogen in FTRI is moisture and carbon dioxide removal. Nitrogen perfumes the system of the moisture and carbon dioxide, preventing unwanted observation bands in a spectrum and improving clarity and precision. Increasing sensitivity, reducing interference, ensure the signal to the noise ratio, and flexitate pressure in identify of the sample properties, especially at the lower concentrations. Instrument longevity. Inner nature prevention corrosion ensure the instrument longevity and stable base of the quantity analysis. Thirdly, functional graph identity. Functional graph identity to identify the peak of the samples and comparison with a reference spectrum for the material identifications. Next, I'm going to talk about the conclusion of FTRI analysis able to preview the identification of the functional groups in our tissue samples, criticize of the material characterizations. Nitrogen usage in FTRI ensure the accurate and relatable spectrum data and by minimizing contamination and improving sensitivity. The FTRI analysis significantly contribute to obtain the relatable details and accurate spectrum data, underscoring the importance of proper sample preparation and instrument maintaining is producing high quality results. Thank you.